Advance! Pwede niya tayo! No flash away, ace in the hole! At wala na si Asset!
A bit too low on kill rate. That would be a curse.
No time to talk. This is the final one, and I'm just saying I'm not playing. Take a walk. No time to talk. You've got a long way ahead. You better hear what I say and take a walk.
Welcome back mga summoners dito sa isa sa pinakamalapit na tournaments dito sa Pinas for collegiate teams. Of course, I'm talking about the Garena Collegiate League. But before we get into the nitty-gritty of all the action that's about to happen, we're going to be your casters for today, Arctic Service Fam. Of course, with me is our guest caster for today, Coach of Sanzui, Yang Chisto. And before we head into our next game, though, unfortunately, we are going to be the bearer of sad news that NU won't be able to play their third game for today. So looking at the schedule right now, as reflected, PUP automatically gets that win. Unfortunately, National University was not able to commit to the time of their match, hence they automatically got defaulted, awarding PUP another win under their belt. But no worries, we still have 2 more games to go. As seen on your screen, LPU versus PUP for Game 4, followed by a back-to-back game, another LPU game versus NU. So this could also be National University's redemption for missing out on that game.
Yeah, definitely. And today's games have been exciting, really. And I'm really sad that we missed the game between LPU and NU, because it could have been potentially one more exciting game for us to cast and for the viewers to watch.
Indeed. And I mean, so far, how's your casting experience with the LCL thus far?
Definitely getting the hang of it so
Getting
far.
the hang of it,
Yeah, I'm trying my
Been
best.
doing good. Been doing fairly well. Not bad, not bad. But, of course, no worries, guys. We still have... We're going to be bringing the action to you guys. I'm really excited about this particular game. I gotta be honest, I'm all about the underdog team. So LPU, isa yan sa mga personal favorite ko. I mean, of course, going into the games, wala yung biases. Pero I like to see new faces kasi dito sa LCL because it really shows how yung dami ng players na may potential sa community natin, sa industry, is just continuously growing. A lot of undiscovered talent, clearly. So, regardless, I mean, LPU definitely in a slump right now.
Yeah.
But hopefully, they could use this as a lesson to see what they need to fix going into the next term if ever they do decide to participate. But looks like we'll be heading into the pick and ban phase once again for this game with LPU versus PUP. So, the bans?
Yeah, so for LPU, they've banned out Giovanni, LeBlanc, and Shogath here. Very meta bans. LeBlanc targeted Marian. Pretty standard.
Very, very sad.
PUP missed a ban here.
Yeah, a little bit kind of hustling for what they'd want to ban. But nonetheless, looking at the picks though, real quick, looks like Jarvan the Force is going to be taken in. That is, of course, going to be a little bit of flexibility with what they can go for.
Yeah, Jarvan can go in the jungle and go in the top lane. Very popular pick right now, and looks like PUP will respond by instantly and decisively locking in their bot lane of Lulu and Kating. A very strong duo lane, able to bully out most matchups in the current meta.
Ooh.
LPU responding here with a Braum, not an ardent sensor user despite the popularity of the item. Really interesting to see what LPU's priorities here are, but so far they have a lot of engage, a lot of CC here. Looks like so. Ram was locked in for PUP.
Ooh,
one of my personal favorite champions. Really fun to play.
I remember, I don't even want to go there, but I remember playing with this guy on Aramis. Did not go well, but beyond the point, we did not win. But looking at the game, I mean, from what I see so far, solid startup. But looking at the bans real quick, let's touch on that. Syndra Lucian coming in from Lyceum University of Philippines as a ban, Renekton and Cassiopeia respectively. But looks like we have our lineups locked in. You know, both teams kind of know what they want to go for. No dilly-dally whatsoever.
Yeah, I really like the Shinobi combo coming out from PUP here with Zed and Shen. Like, Zed will just death mark his target and Shen will support him. And then the Naruto music will just play.
Right.
And then they just kill the target. It's a really nice combo, really fun to watch.
Oh, goodness.
And really fun to pull off as well. It's whoever gets targeted by Zed will feel really bad because there's almost zero counterplay to the actual engage that could happen.
Indeed. But looking at things overall, for the comp of Lyceum of the Philippines University though.
So for the team, they have Talia here, which should try to impact the side lanes and try to snowball them using that Weaver's Wall to roam early, roam faster than this Zed.
Right. And overall for the side of PUP, I'd say interesting though with this Rammus. So how does Rammus affect the dynamic of Lyceum of the Philippines University?
Or Ramos is really strong during his first few levels, given that his level 3 is really good, very potent with the power ball in. Like, you can't just instantly react to that because it's so fast coming out of Fog of War onto you. You just flash it taunts you and you're just dead in like 3 seconds. Ramos, if played properly, played well, is a really strong early game jungler. It could really snowball a game.
Right.
It's really good versus champs who utilize crits, such as, for example, Zaya coming out from LPU. So, if this Ramos gets tanky enough, Zaya just won't deal enough damage to actually kill him. So, it's up to LPU to avoid his Powerball ganks and try to mitigate some of his tankiness.
So there you have it, folks. With these compositions locked in, I don't know, let us know, of course, in the chat who you guys are rooting for. Do you guys want to see LPU finally get their first win of the conference? Or is PUP going to get, I wouldn't say vengeance, but, you know, a little bit of a way to boost their spirits after that defeat from our previous game earlier? So, I mean, at the end of the day, we're just going to have to see if both teams can pull it off. Both are quite hungry for a victory, I gotta say.
Yeah, of course, LPU trying to get on the board, trying to get their first win off the conference, and PUP trying to bounce back from a tough loss versus GIB earlier today. So, interesting to see how the game will actually go down here. So, just have to wait and see.
Indeed. So, nonetheless, for those of you that have just tuned in, you guys are watching the Garena LOL Collegiate League powered by Lenovo. We are going to be your casters for this game for right here. I am Arctic at your service, fam. With me, our guest caster for today is Chisto, former coach of Sunzu Yang.
No, not Cheetos.
Not Cheetos, not Ruffles, not Doritos, not Lay's and sour cream.
Arctic's hungry.
I'm not. I just ate. I literally
And
just
you're
ate.
still hungry.
I'm not hungry.
You're still mentioning food.
I don't really eat junk food. Anyway,
Back to the game.
back to the game. Yeah.
Just waiting for it to start here.
Yeah, I mean, with all said and done though, what's interesting is that for PUP, it's good to note that Beast Boy will be playing. So,
The all-star support.
the all-star support. I mean, this is coming from a place because you have worked with Beast Boy before.
Yeah, all the teams today have worked with at least one player.
Yeah,
so
like
far.
you've had Janine, you've had Beast Boy,
Rory.
you're Rory. You're on a roll today, definitely.
Yeah.
So, which is why bringing a little bit of insight on those players. But, ladies and gents, there we go with the schedule once again. As a quick rehash for Game 4, it is, of course, going to be PUP. Within LPU is going to be going up against PUP. And then for the second game, National University. So, there's really a lot of pressure here for LPU in a way wherein they have to play 2 games. And there's the grinding pressure wherein at the back of their minds they want to try to at least pull off a win,
Yeah.
at least one win before this tournament
Yeah,
ends.
considering both the teams they're playing, they are tough teams. Yeah, so
Whew, that's quite the pressure. I mean, like we've been talking about, PUP might not necessarily be performing as expected because of they have some pretty good solid players there, but like we've been mentioning, the synergy just isn't quite there. So overall, we're just going to have to see if that's something LPU could take advantage of. But looks like we'll find out right now as we head into the game for Game 4, once again, between Lyceum of the Philippines University taking on Polytechnic University of the Philippines. And from what we're seeing here on the map, a little bit of a 5-man configuration, but looks like their plans were kind of thwarted there after getting spotted out by Beast right there. So no further pursuit.
yeah, Beast Boy using his senses, sniffing out the invade.
My beast senses are tingling. But as a result, looks like both sides will be contending themselves with their own standard starts effectively. No fancy invades whatsoever. But that would have been, I wonder what would have happened if they did pursue that invade right there without having been spotted by Beast.
It would have been a very potent invade. I mean, invades with Braum are really, really good since he can stun lock someone really fast.
Right.
Like, once he gets that mark on you, you just get stunned after 4 autos and you're just dead.
So there we go. Oh man, Kong gonna start this out. I'm actually interested in seeing how Kong will fare against Marian. If I'm not mistaken, both teams just fought. Oh wait, no, actually. In this case here, we're just gonna have, because from what I recall here from LPU, Lucify is actually a very efficient AD carry. It just depends on how the rest of LPU kind of works around him in a sense.
Yeah, but we'll have to see how bot lane pans out, considering the range between Caitlyn and Lulu. Will be able to bully that Braum out, will be able to land all that poke onto him. I think we'll have to wait and see whether or not Eldezion will go for a visit bot lane, or will maybe Levi be first bot lane.
Indeed, at the end of the day, I feel like as far as what ganks Eldezion could pull off, I feel like there's a lot of emphasis as far as how he could potentially dictate the early game towards potentially granting an upper hand for Lyceum, because innately, I mean, with a Shen up towards top, there's not, I mean, Shen against a Maokai, there's not really much that will happen there within the first few levels. But looks like Kong getting this wave pushed out.
Yeah, Zed will definitely struggle a bit in the first few levels because Talia will naturally outshove him, considering that he has more wave clear than Zed.
Indeed.
So I think Zed just has to wait for the moment when he can actually all-in her. Like, once he gets that death mark and potentially Hex Trigger, he will be able to all-in Kong.
Ooh. Eldezion could get spotted out. Levi get a power ball into Eldezion, but looks like won't get the connect. Really? One goes for the pursuit, but nonetheless, scares Eldezion away back into the jungle.
Yeah, see, Ramos is so intimidating. He just rolls out. You back off. See, that's how good Ramos is.
See, rolling, they hate in, or in this case, they run in. But Eldezion gonna revert back to clearing out this camp here in exchange. Levi really looking out for opportunities where he can just knock into someone and just get a full-on taunt into a powerball.
You see how efficient this Ramos pick is? He's already scared both Eldezion and Kong.
Man, and that's quite the interesting pressure right there. But the thing here is that whenever he does go for a powerball into these potential ganks, the lanes aren't quite as pushed into PUP's favor. And if anything, it's actually PUP that's quite pushed in. I mean, right now, because since Marian was able to balance out this wave, though, it's almost a virtual reset. In fact, if anything, it's actually Marian's wave that's pushing into Kong right now.
So far, both junglers really mimicking each other's patches, trying. So far, since none of their gank paths have actually worked, they're just looking to get a few more captures before actually resetting and potentially getting healed forced out. Yeah.
Interesting pop out there from Lucify as a precaution. Whether or not this may hurt them as the lane phase goes on, we'll just have to see, because from what we're seeing here, as far as CS difference, it's definitely the one at the, but then again, I mean, it's balanced out by the fact that Braum is running Relic Shield, so he does have that pseudo 5 CS. Technically, you could kind of compute it to a total of 36 to 40, so that's not so bad actually. Oh, Kong getting the knockout to Marian, dealing a little bit of damage right there, but still has to be a bit more careful because he is almost running low on mana.
Yeah, Kong has to be careful in this lane because there's this trick where Zed mains do, where they wait to last hit a minion with an ability just before hitting 6, and as they use the shadow to last hit, they will instantly swap into that, level up their ulti, and then all in you instantly, surprising you with a huge burst of damage.
Might get cut out here. Levi trying to get the pursuit on the shot, but no, not quite working out. Will be forced to back away for the meantime. This will signal a recall for Felix for the meantime.
Yeah, so one more thing for LPU to be concerned about is the Shen ultimate. But
Speaking of the Shen ultimate right there, Marian going heavy on, exhaust coming in, but not enough. First blood with that final pop goes to Marian, but looks like more action is happening here towards top side as they try to get Snipe. Snipe forced to flash away, very low on health with no mana to his name. That will result to a good start here for PUP.
yeah, Kong not respecting the amount of burst damage Zed can do at level 6. Like if he backs off there, he survives and he gets to reset without dying to Zed. But now Zed will get that serrated dirt, will have a hefty lead in the mid lane. But back to my previous point about Shen ultimate. LPU has to watch out whenever they do go for an all-in, because he could be easily punished by the global pressure provided by Stand United from Felix. So they need to really respect that ability, especially in the early game where they could get snowballed against.
Things right now, slowly the gold is building up towards PUP's favor, but I gotta say, even with the pressure towards top lane, looking at the CS for Snipe, it's actually leading up a little bit, just a little bit. But nonetheless, things might get tricky for Kong here now that Marian is at level 6. Really just go heavy on. Here comes the Weaver's Wall, actually cancels out, forced to flash both the odd laners of PUP, but Andrew taking quite the damage, continuing to back away while fighting around, getting some damage himself in retaliation. Luckily, that is a level 5 Andrew, so doesn't have to worry about the ultimate, but here comes Marian. Might be dangerous, takes Brody taking so much damage. Tricky. Andrew taking damage himself, but looks like Andrew will be able to live another day. LDZion trying to seek a target from PUP, but not quite connecting, so for now. Especially LDZion not actually at level 6 yet, so no Cataclysm follow-up.
Yeah, good proactiveness coming out of Kong, roaming to the bot lane, but I felt like Brody and Lucify could have had a better setup for that, actually going earlier.
Marian on to Marian. Will Lucify be going down? Good block there coming in from Brody. And man, that was actually pretty clutch, I gotta say, almost.
I wonder why Marian decided to go in 4v1 there. Like, just greed, I guess?
He was probably estimating that the rest of LPU might have gone for the recall already, since they didn't really have that much vision in that area, so it was more of a hunch and maybe a little bit of hunger for that kill. Probably estimated that he could have gotten it, along with the ultimate that was coming from Enju. Because if you notice, the Braum as well, after taking on the ultimate of the Caitlyn, with a small slither portion of health, so that really could have gone south for LPU, but luckily, you know, became a positive for him.
Definitely. So, I'm still waiting to see Levi do something flashy on this Ramos. I mean, he knows which champs have no flash. Like, you can potentially go bot lane and just powerball flash taunt onto Lucify and just burst him down along with Caitlyn and Lulu. So, I really expect Levi to path his way towards bot lane to punish the summoner Lucify has on cooldown.
Ooh, LDZion goes hard onto Beast here. Has to be careful. He doesn't have mana, but might be taken down by Marian. Forced to use his flash though to ensure that no death comes onto him. Levi really powerballing onto Kong here. Will Kong be able to escape though? That is the question. Exhaust coming in onto Marian as Kong continues to try to go for the escape. Gets the knock up onto Marian, but still that doesn't stop him from getting the kill. But in exchange, the Lucify goes one-on-one with Enju and secures the kill himself.
Yeah,
has to be careful though.
Good job by Lucify getting the solo kill, but I wonder why Kong didn't opt to flash early. I guess he was trying to buy time for his team, but if you just flash early, you avoid dying there.
It's a bit too risky, I gotta say. Ooh, Levi getting the kill, taunt along with the defensive curveball, sealing the deal. Brody trying to run this out though, has to be careful, gets the slow, but still taunt coming in. Brody trying to run, still Levi gonna go powerball in, but that will result into him as a casualty himself. Ooh, turret though.
Turret over Beast Boy confirmed.
Yes, man.
Beast Boy too weak for tower.
There you go. But 3 and 4 right now. I mean, technically that one death doesn't count, I'd say, because that was a turret death.
Yeah, so anyway, back to my previous point where Levi can potentially visit the bot lane. He did punish Lucify for not having flash and overextending lane. there's almost zero counterplay to a Ramos Q flashing onto you and then landing a taunt.
Yes, there we go. Let's go ahead and check out what transpired here in that 1v1. Lucify, oh, there we go. Actually getting the stun onto Enju, and it's just all a matter of auto attacks here and there. Seal the deal, plus a heal.
Ooh, it was a summoner advantage there. Enju did not have heal, it looks like, so really close fight, really close fight.
Really close. Luckily for Lucify, had that heal up at the time. Still, in exchange though, a little bit of a 1v1 happening. Still. I mean, these are just tanks basically jerking it out with each other, so not really much of excitement until such time a jungler does go for a gank.
I do think Shen potentially can 1v1 the Maokai in a long fight. I mean, once he picks up an item such as a Titanic, he can fight the Maokai 1v1 in lane. So we just have to wait and see what he actually opts to buy here.
So far, that's what I'm seeing. A bit more of a tankier approach here coming in from Felix. Actually goes for the item that could eventually build up into a Sunfire Cape. So a little bit of MLA damage right there during extended trades against Snipe.
So Levi here is actually ahead in CS over the Jarvan, who's opted for a Sinner Health build as well. Yeah, I'd like to see more proactivity out of that.
Oh, speaking of proactivity though, that is a lot of proactivity coming in from Levi, along with an ultimate coming in from Felix right there, and this may be the moment of opportunity to go for first turret of the game. Levi trying to powerball his way, scaring away Elvision. Drift is real indeed. It looks like they will have to give up the turret. Teleport coming in. Will it be in time though? Actually does make it. Here comes the fight though. A lot of things happening. Elvision very low on health though. Snipe trying to do what he can as well. Very low on mana. Forced to flash away. But looks like Lucify will be going down to the spot lane duo of PUP.
So many deaths happening off camera here. So much fighting all across the map. And I do believe they did use the Death Mark Stand United combo in the mid lane to pick up that kill onto Kong, which led to them taking down the tower.
Indeed, so there you go. And this is the tree bite right here with this somewhat of a buff for Enju's Caitlyn in terms of the siege, because of that passive now being able to proc on structures.
Yeah, and so now since Kong is this behind, I think it becomes a race to how many times can PUP actually abuse that he still doesn't have Hourglass. And it's a race for Kong to actually rush that item, because as long as he doesn't have that, he has no security versus this Zed. Even opting to take Exhaust, he has no cleanse for the Ramos taunt. So I think PUP should look to keep punishing that Talia.
Indeed. And looking at things right now, as far as his itemization build, leaning towards the Morellonomicon. So, in effect, that will take him quite a while to get to that Zhonya's Hourglass if he does just push for it to become a secondary item, as opposed to something that he would have ideally prioritized.
That looks so smooth. Queuing just right as it ends, bump into Dragon.
There you go. Looks like Dragon might not be contested here by LPU. Brody just kind of lingering, trying to potentially get a Q, but no, doesn't quite hit.
Yeah, Beast Boy eats him.
But there we go, Marion Cutie in the vicinity. And that's a lot of members of PUP converging towards bot lane. But still gonna go for the recall, so no siege.
Yeah, so that Ocean Drake really gonna be good for PUP in lane. Really helps with the regions, keeping them healthy while they're trying to get as much farm as possible.
There you go. Levi really starting to bring the drought to Elvision here. I've seen a lot of instances wherein they really started clearing out jungle camps from this Jarvan the Fourth, and in effect this may slow down Elvision. I mean, looking at things right now, even though he hasn't suffered a death himself, I mean, versus a 2-1-2 Rammus, that's definitely tricky.
Yeah, and of course, Levi's enabled to go for these invades because Marion has so much pressure mid lane. Kong can't pressure Zed anymore, so Zed will constantly push him in, and it allows Levi to go for these jungle invades, knowing that Zed can collapse faster than that Talia.
So like coming in from Snipe, Elvision, he's gonna go for Marion. That's very dangerous though. Level 8 versus level 11. Looks like Marion smells blood. Proccing almost goes through. Looks like won't be pursuing Snipe.
Oh, denied.
Looks like Levi trying to go in, but nope, just one knockup to seal the deal. Marian is within that vicinity. These are 4 members of PUP converging on this outer top turret. Have to be very careful though. Levi just kind of into Powerball mode as a threat to prevent LPU from contesting the takedown on their own turret. But here comes Eldizion as well as Brody. Marian Cutie in the vicinity as well though. Is Eldizion going to try something? Looks like that might be the case indeed. Here comes the ultimate coming in from Shen. Eldizion might as well be going down though. Enju actually securing the kill. And this will bring back PUP to taking what they came for, which is the top outer turret.
Yeah, PUP using their superior numbers in the top lane to pick up a tower and a kill for Eldizion. Kill onto Eldizion.
So there goes Knight. Has to be careful though, doesn't want to get knocked into the members of PUP. But here comes Kong as well, gonna deal as much as he can. Brody blocking out some of that damage right there, but still these are very low health bars on the members of LPU. Lucify trying to do what he can. Auto attacks here and there. Is he gonna get the stun? Actually gets the kill onto Beast, who will be the next casualty though. Is he gonna pursue? No, doesn't opt for it, but sees Enju. Enju looks like we'll be going for the escape there. So ultimately, not as much as far as what LPU could have gotten out of that, but ultimately in the favor of PUP.
Yeah, PUP showing a lot of aggression there, and lucky for LPU, they're able to get at least one kill onto Beast, but you seem to have overstepped and ate a Feather Storm. So for LPU here, I think let's go into replay first. First, here's the fight. Flash Talk fails, but it doesn't matter since Kong is too deep. Brody does not have Glacial Fissure here, and I think it's just too much damage from PUP. And too many numbers here, just overwhelming LPU, even though they both flash out.
Lucify here, just trying to balance things out by healing himself. There were a lot of low health bars on PUP, but he's only able to take down one target.
Fight again.
Ooh, LPU though converging onto Levi here. Here comes Marian Cutie. Looks like Lucify forced to flash away and leaving the rest of LPU to contend with the rest of PUP. Enju getting the kill onto Brody, who will be the next casualty though. LPU trying to back off from this Kong. Caught in a very awkward position. Felix continuing the chase onto it. Here comes Levi, the ultimate coming in. Looks like they'll be giving it to Enju as that ends in a 2-for-0 in favor of PUP.
Yeah, this Caitlyn is big right now. Super fed, completed Infinity Edge at 18 along with the Zeal item. She's gonna take down these towers really fast. Of course, there has been a recent change to Caitlyn where her headshot now procs a turret, so it'll make it even faster for PUP to siege down these towers.
Not getting the knockback onto Enju. Eldizion tries to go in onto the marksman, but still, he's eating a lot of damage himself. Enju now unstoppable. Brody tries to go in, gets a little bit of a mark there, but still no further pursuit from the members of LPU.
And nice flash by Enju to avoid knock up and pick up the kill there, but LPU, they just seem a bit too disjointed, engaging with all 3 tanks without their damage dealers. There's nothing that's gonna kill Caitlyn when she's paired with Beast Boy. Gonna protect. Lulu's gonna keep protecting Caitlyn. Without enough damage, you're really not gonna break into those shields. So I wonder why LPU keeps deciding to take these bad fights. They're just digging a hole for themselves. It's gonna be really hard for them to come back now.
There we go, 4 and 12 on the scoreboard. PUP going hard onto this Swift Herald. Then again, this might be tricky because that's going to be a lot more pressure that LPU has to deal with. We'll be passing it onto Marian though.
Definitely. For LPU though, they have to look for a miracle team fight in order to at least get the grasp of the game again. You need to stall out the game, these turtles, get more items and potentially scale. But right now, PUP has tempo, they're in the driver's seat, they control how this game goes unless they misplay.
Looks like, looking at the build path for Kong though, has taken the detour to going for that Zonic Hourglass as fast as he can. That would help alleviate some of the pressure that he's getting if ever Marian does go for an assassination attempt on his life.
Yeah, so PUP executing their game plan, putting Shen in the side lane,
letting going in onto Enju though. That's the knockup though. Still, Marian finds his target in the form of Kong, but still that'll be the double kill for Lucify. Kong in exchange does go down though, but still Beast caught in a very awkward position. They're continuing the chase. Triple kill for Lucify, and man, Lucify is having a good time on this Saya.
Yeah, so PUP misplaying there, not respecting the engage out of LPU. Because Levi was not there. There was no real front line from PUP. And it will potentially result in right, but Levi has flash. They are even levels. If Levi can do it.
We'll just have to see the LPU really going hard onto this Baron. Also have Felix, no ultimate, no teleport. And looks like Felix now winning the swing. He actually having to use the teleport to get in. Will Levi get the steal though? That is it. He actually does get the steal. All members of PUP now empowered by that Baron buff. LPU trying to fight this out. Eldezion goes, tries to go back, but will be going down. Brody makes it out in the nick of time, but Kong getting the kill onto Felix. Enju kind of isolated from helping Levi here, but still manages to get the kill onto Brody. This might be a cleanup for PUP in this case. Enju really giving chase, manages to take down Lucify as well. Snipe, Kong is the only surviving member of LPU, ending in a 4-for-2 in favor of PUP.
Levi getting a clutch steal there, and it took LPU so long to kill him because this Talia was so behind. They have no real damage to deal to this Rammus. Yeah, he built full armor, and since Aya is the only source of damage from LPU, it still takes her really hard time.
Long. There goes to Zonius though, but still might potentially be going down. No! Flash out to secure himself, but still, this is PUP really pushing hard onto the Nexus turrets of LPU. Will they be able to defend though? Turret number 1 goes down. Are we gonna see turret number 2? But no, looks like PUP will content themselves for the meantime. Snipe gonna try to go on to Enju, gets the knockup. Eldezion goes in, but still taking so much damage from Enju. Lucify going hard onto Enju. Beast getting the kill onto Eldezion. Lucify, but no, it's actually Snipe that gets the kill onto Enju as LPU. Will they pursue? No, that will content themselves for the meantime.
Yeah, not a super clean play there from PUP. I'll set it a replay here of the Baron steal. So this Baron's going down solo. It looks like since there are 3 tanks, it goes down solo, and Levi is actually able to secure it. And it just takes so long for LPU to kill since there's no magic damage, and these tanks both have armor built up.
Interesting to note though that Felix saves Kong for that last minute to ensure that Eldezion won't be able to get a smite onto that Baron Bell, allowing Levi to just get the smite in. So
really coordinated play from PUP.
Indeed, good coordination, which is something that you don't usually see from PUP. I mean, as far as synergy and coordination, but still looking at the goal difference, leaning towards 10,000 now towards the 24-minute mark in a bit. So this is definitely a struggle for LPU, in which case...
Yeah, PUP executing their siege comp properly.
Oh, Marion Snall's blood, though, gonna go in onto Kong. Look at the damage! Duskblade of Drakthar definitely doing its work right there, plus the ultimate for that extra touch.
Yeah, just Kong just getting destroyed by Marion in this matchup. Levi looking for more though.
Levi, is he gonna go in onto Snipe though? These are 4 members of PUP that are converging onto him. Doesn't matter how tanky he is, he goes down. But here it looks like Eldezion, Lucify, and Brody, they're gonna try to contest the third. Siren empowered wave pushing in though, has to be careful. Looks like they will be able to take it down with relative ease. LPU forced to retreat under their inhibitor turret. Will they be able to defend this though? That is another question. Snake Noah and Felix is pushing down towards the bot side. Here comes Levi though, along with the ultimate coming in from Shen. Looks like there's gonna be a fight here. Lot of the tanks from PUP tanking the damage here. Lucify goes down. Eldezion is gonna be the next casualty along with Brody, and ladies and gentlemen, this may indeed potentially be the game. Kong trying to defend as hard as they can, but still these are 5 members hitting hard from PUP onto this Nexus. Ladies and gentlemen, looks like we have a winner. Congratulations to Polytechnic University of the Philippines taking down Lyceum of the Philippines University.
Yeah, really quick game there from PUP. Just really executing, pushing the tempo of the game really fast. Abusing the lead there Caitlyn had to push these towers over and over, and LPU didn't even get a single tower that game.
Not at all. That was tricky. I mean, once that Zed really gets the snowball on, especially when you have a composition where there's a lot of prime squishy targets in the form of the Talia, you have the Saya, it just becomes so tricky at that point. And complemented with the Duskblade going into assassination attempts, and that was definitely a lot to deal with, but nonetheless, I gotta say, kudos, well played indeed for both teams right there. I mean, what you gotta say about these matches that we've had this far?
So far, this has been our fastest match of the day. I mean, PUP able to bounce back, able to roll out with the win, with the Ramos. So
looking at the damage here, man, Enju actually dealing out. I'm actually surprised that I was expecting Lucify to have dealt a lot more damage than he did, but the fact that he went even with Snipe here, it actually surprises me. Because I was expecting that he would have overtaken the rest, but to actually have equaled someone wasn't something I expected.
yeah, but I think Snipe was just fighting champions more often, whereas Lucify was hitting minions more often, clearing waves.
True. Looking at the end stats here, though, definitely hitting across the board. I was actually expecting a lot more kills from Marian than Enju, but I'm actually surprised to see that Enju did a lot more kills over Marian, but still, nonetheless, that is a win for Polytechnic University of the Philippines. Well played, of course, the Lyceum of the Philippines University as well. But when we come back, we still have our final game as Lyceum of the Philippines University. Will they be able to recuperate to take down National University? We'll just have to see. We have been your casters, Arctic and Serves, with me is our guest caster, Chisto from Sanzuyan. We'll be right back. This has been the LoL Collegiate League powered by Lenovo. Stay tuned. Kong as well, gonna heal as much as he can. Brody blocking out some of that damage right there, but still these are very low health bars on the members of LPU. Lucify trying to do what he can. Auto attacks here and there. Is he going to get the stun? Actually gets the kill on to Beast, who will be the next casualty on the end. That's the knockup though. Still, Marian finds his target in the form of Kong, but still that'll be the double kill for Lucify. Kong in exchange does go down though, but still Beast is caught in a very awkward position. They're continuing the chase. Triple kill. Bot side. Here comes Levi though, along with the ultimate coming in from Shen. Looks like there's going to be a fight here. Lot of the tanks from PUP tanking the damage here. Lucify goes down though. Zizion is going to be the next casualty along with Brody, and ladies and gentlemen, this may indeed potentially be the game. Kong trying to defend as hard as they can, but still these are 5 members hitting hard from PUP onto this Nexus. Ladies and gentlemen, looks like we have a winner. Congratulations to Polytechnic University of the Philippines taking down Lyceum of the Philippines University.
Yeah, really quick game there from PUP.
Not enough Garena shells to buy the latest League of Legends skin? On sale now? Get shells anytime, anywhere with your Globe or Touch mobile number. Go to gamer.com.ph and sign up with your mobile number and enter the verification code you will receive via SMS. Log in and choose the game and pin you want. Check out to purchase the pin with your load or through your postpaid account and receive the pin on your phone instantly. Never miss a sale on your favorite League of Legends skins and champions with Gamer.